Good morning. It's 8, 9, 2022, 9:12 a.m. Ride to work with me. So, I really think a lot of people haven't got it yet. Do you realize our Constitution is at stake? Do you realize that our Constitution from 1776 is hanging on a thread? Do you realize that the Constitution of 1776 was tried to be voided and replaced in 1871 with the Act of 1871? So, are you aware that this whole fight since 2016 has been about hiding the work and the corruption that was done of 1871 that we knew nothing about? And Donald Trump and his administration and all those behind it, even the military, fighting to reveal to us the truth about what's going on. The reason, ask yourself, how can people legally censor, stop, cut off, and do the things that they've been doing to us if they were truly following the original Constitution of 1776? There would be no way. Here's how they're doing it. No court system is honoring the original Constitution. The bar exam is to fight to represent the Act of 1871, and it really is in competition. So when you hire a bar lawyer, he's not fighting for your constitutional rights. He's fighting for the Act of 1871 rights. So you and him are completely at odds as soon as you hire him. You're on two different sides of the fence, because that's why you have to go get him to interpret the law, because he's actually ministering to you and walking you through a legal process that you know nothing about. Because you're thinking that I have these freedoms from 1776, and he knows for a fact, if you want to go and research what the bar means, BAR, what it stands for, it's British Australian Registry, or something like that. And why in the world would you need to take an exam like that if you were representing the Constitution of the United States of America? Has to do with the Act of 1871. So why am I making this video? We're in a war. Our Constitution is hanging by a thread, and these people, all this reawaken America stuff is revolved. Everybody think it's about COVID and all that crap, and that has something to do with it, but it's really not. It's really about saving our Constitution. Everybody becoming aware of it and taking a side. The first thing you can do to get yourself back in line under the Constitution of 1776 is go and file for your sovereignty, becoming a state national. I've already done it. I've showed you the paperwork on some of my videos already. The package of the paperwork it's about $60, but you need to be aware, when we got these Social Security cards and these birth certificates, that put us under this 1871 Act. And we got to get our own selves back out from under it. Yes, do you get set free from the federal tax process and repayment and all that? Yeah, you do, but you shouldn't really be doing it for that reason. You should be doing it for your freedom's sake. And with freedom comes blessing. But with slavery, the Act of 1871, comes bondage. So, will you remain a slave to this system and continue to be so focused on yourself that you won't actually even take care of yourself? We're so inwardly focused, we won't listen to anything that disrupts our flow. And that's just a real selfish mentality. If you were using that selfishness in the right direction, it would prosper not only yourself and others, but others around you in the process. So anyways, I got on a little rant there, but what's the point of this? Our Constitution is hanging on a thread. This is probably the most important video I'll ever make, because each one of us as an individual has something to do. We have a part we have to play and do, and that is becoming sovereign. Look up Status Select online. Google them, Status Select. They help do the paperwork and stuff. And check them out and just read up on it. Study up on it. And then you're going to find yourself getting to a point, what do I do next after I've filed for my sovereignty, I've become a state national? What's the next step? These are all things that you need to have in preparation and plan, because there's more to it. You have to set yourself free from that. Each person has to do their own individual act of setting themselves free from the Act of 1871. It's your choice. It's up to the American people. And with each one of us continually making this decision and doing this, is going to bring a whole new freedom to the United States of America that you have never even imagined. That's where the quantum financial system comes in, and the transition of currency and everything. So I tell you this morning, as an individual, your Constitution is hanging by a thread. And these people that somehow have gained all this power that we did not give it to them, are trying to take every ounce of freedom and make us their slaves at all cost. And we each have a job to do individually, and stand up and file for our sovereignty and fight for our original Constitution of 1776 that is at bay, that is at war. Now that explains Donald Trump right there to the T. Everything he stands for, what he's about. He always says, they're after you, I'm just in their way. Guess what? You got some work to do. We have work to do. Let's team together, those that are more educated, and come together and lock arms and get this stuff done and educate one another. Iron sharpening iron. I bless you. I pray this finds you well. Call me if you have any questions, or private message me. Love you.